thing that we added that was a huge request from the audience is for the tumbler and for the cup makers. These were the big ask from us. Like, we need a way to be able to warp it. Yeah. So we took it a step further and we added a bunch of warping tools. So we actually have a free mesh warp.
Guys, here at Wallapalooza, now I'm with Patrick from Siser. He's going to give us the rundown on the Siser Juliet and the Leonardo Pro software.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So one of the big advancements that we've been able to make in software, which you've got to kind of see demoed here today, is our fit to cone tool, which is a really cool 3D template for any tumbler makers or cup makers. So that's one of the big ones we're showing. We're also showing off some of our Easy Color DTV, doing print and cut, because the Romeo here does a really good job of it. And in Leonardo Design Studio Pro, there's a ton of tools and functions and features that make just the process a little bit more simplistic. So we're excited about it.
So pop quiz, okay. Let's see how great you are with your Siser project.
Okay.
Can you identify this vinyl?
That one right there looks like either, I'm going to say it's sparkle.
Yes,
okay, I was going to say it's either sparkle or it's going to be twinkle because it has a little bit of pump. But I saw the process of you making it, and I think that thing is so creative.
Thank you.
It is cool. I love it a lot. I saw it yesterday and I wanted to come and be like, hey, I might need that file from you. But yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Right.
The Romeo is the secondary to the Juliet. The Juliet's a smaller version, so if you have a smaller footprint, you do have a 12-inch version, which technically is it cuts 13.5 inches across. So you gain about 1.5 inches just based on the head being able to nest inside the machine. Okay. With that said, both machines run at 25 inches per second. Run at 27 inches. They cut at 25 inches per second. Standard heat transfer on cardstock. Everything does have a commercial style blade holder, and the reason why we did that is we wanted to be able to change blades efficiently, but we also like the customization of the commercial style blade as opposed to fixing the user to a specific blade type or tool. So it just gave us a little bit more versatility. With that, in the box, you get two 45-degree blades, you get one 60-degree blade. You get a blade holder, and then there's also a marker adapter for our sublimation markers. We did a collaboration with Artistry a couple years back, and so it actually works with Artistry markers as well. So so either one, it'll work with ours, it'll work with theirs. Yep, same like body makeup of both. The Romeo itself, so we did a couple of things to the actual machine to be able to accommodate all sizes. Both machines cut matte and matless. And like as you saw, I just got the strap matless, right? Yeah. And we milled out the bottom grip roller very specifically at 0 to 3 inches, 5, 7, 12, 15, 20, and 24 inches. And the reason being, we wanted to accommodate any configuration of material and or whatever you're putting through the cutter. We wanted to be able to accommodate any size from 2.5 inches up to 25.5 inches. Okay. Has 4 pinch rollers. The Juliet, the difference is it has 3. However, each of these pinch wheels are movable, so you can move them along the grid wherever you find is best for your material to accommodate. With that said, on the user interface, we went with an actual LCD screen and digitizer because we thought that, in the craft space and even in some of the commercial cutters outside of graph tech, there's a little bit of manipulation you can do. We wanted to jam pack a ton of features in here that made it simple. Okay, so just to start, we have our home button that is on the home screen. We have a test cut on any cuttable screen in the user interface. So preset screen, this screen all has that test cut button, so on the fly you can actually test cut your settings and make adjustments quickly. Okay. With that said, we also have our cut settings, so we have our entire library preloaded into the firmware. However, say you're a Cricut user, Polytape, Gemica, any other brand of material, don't do that face. Any other brand of material that anybody likes, you can actually go in, rename an existing cut setting, or there's a couple open spots where you can add cut settings. As well as once you rename it, you can go into the setting, change the speed, the force, you have the home button, and you have the test cut on that page as well. So now you can really start to hone in all of your cuts. Okay? And it's just I feel like the flow is a lot easier having it all on a digital display as opposed to having everything just set in software. On the settings menu itself, we did Wi-Fi, we didn't do Bluetooth. In a production environment, it's a lot easier to network things and try to connect things through the airwaves, wirelessly. So we went with the Wi-Fi. To date, what we can do is you can designate on the Wi-Fi screen, there's an IP address. I can customize that IP address. So if I have 5 Romeos, I just set them all the different IPs and I can connect to each one. And then also through Leonardo Design Studio with multiple registered cutters, I can send cuts simultaneously to multiple machines. Not that most people probably need it all the time, but we did notice that the Silhouette users and the Cricut users, there's a lot of them that will have like 15 machines all running. Makers that literally have 20 silhouettes sitting there cutting all at the same time. with the speed, precision, and just being able to do things fast and efficiently, hopefully we can eliminate some of that for the end user. So, for example, I can take 4 sheets of DTV, throw it on a 24 by 24 mat, cut the bottom design first, then just move my blade over to cut that design, and I can it's a way that we can increase production without like going overboard and adding a bunch of crazy stuff you have to work through to get there. Yep. For sticker makers, one of the cool things that I like about our cutter as well is not only is there a light that's on the actual bottom of the blade housing or the actual motor head itself, but there's also the ability to adjust the actual hue and how bright. So for high visibility and low visibility, now you have the option to make those adjustments. So for laminate stickers, we all know those are a pain in the ass sometimes to do. Sorry guys, I'm there. It's a pain in the ass. But with that, sometimes it can be a pain. So we've added that ability to kind of adjust for those environments. Okay. One other thing that's really big too that I like is the chime and the LED light effect. So what I can do is I can set a chime to go off when the cut's done. So then if I want to walk away, because I'm a set it and forget it person, so I'll walk away and I hear that chime, I know to go back. Okay. Also with the LED, and actually somebody made a really good point for people that are hard of hearing and maybe the chime doesn't work, maybe the LED is the option, right? To give you that identifier that it's done.
Inclusive.
Trying to be as much as we can. Units of measurement, because we're a global company and we're based out of Italy. We also have imperial and metric, and then we have 5 standard languages on the cutter, which is English, French, Spanish, German, and hold on, damn, I always get the last one. Italian. Dang it, we're Italian.
I think you did that on purpose.
Yo, I'm sorry. I did that on purpose. Well, it's funny because the first time, because it says Deutsch in there, so the first time that I said it, I was like, and it has Dutch. And somebody's like, no, it's German, dude. Yeah, that's what I meant. No big deal. One of the big benefits to us and what we really like about it is we do not have an optical eye for print cut registrations. I'm sorry. It's a high definition camera. So the ability is now that's an actual photo of where that head is. It just helps with that registration mark being read properly. It's just the most efficient way that we've been able to find that makes sense for us, but is also still a low cost. So to the entry level, because this machine itself is $699, and then the Juliet's $499. So the way we were able to have a commercial style cutter and reduce some of that cost is having a stepper motor that runs like a commercial cutter, but also having things like the high definition camera, but also not going and saying like, hey, we got to have that plus registration plus optical eye plus all of these things. It just didn't make sense. So with that said, that is the Romeo in a nutshell. Now we'll move over to Leonardo Design Studio. When you open up Leonardo Design Studio, will be your homepage. This is just where we can put anything to the forefront. New products, Pinnacle Awards, all of that kind of stuff. We're actually just had a big argument at work that we got to update this like soon because it still has Pinnacle Awards from 22 on it. So anyway, we have our tutorials for basic and pro in software and on the machines themselves. So as soon as you open the box, you can start to learn how to use the print cut, how to properly install a blade, how to do a camera calibration in case your print cut gets thrown off in any way. And then also with some of our new tools, we also have a bunch of pro videos that we have in there as well for some of the pro features. Okay. On our inspiration page, this is one of my favorites, is we have a full page of just inspiration designs that you can select from. So I can go in here and select, let's do this one here. So I can select the Neon Pride fanny pack, see the actual finished product, know what materials were used to make it, a blog style post on how to create it, and then the actual image, and I can just hit make it. And then what this will do is this will process and it'll shoot it over to my design board. So now I have that design there and I can start creating it right away. Okay. And then same with our material library, much like the inspiration page, has every single one of our materials will forever grow with anything that we carry. I can go in and select the product. So this one, Diamond Dust, which is a newer product that we'll launch. It's in retail now, but we'll launch it everywhere soon. But I can go and find each swatch, click on the swatch, and not only have the color, but I also have information on the actual product, whether it's laser friendly, CPSA compliant, all the important data that the user needs that you can find on our website. Now we have custom mats in there, and most people find that they're silhouette mat or whatever if you want to. With that said, we also have the ability to hide a grid. So in case I were to take this design, throw it on like a t-shirt, so I'll just do it really quick. If I want to bring in like a t-shirt that I saved from say Google, or I went on Melon Canvas, or I went on Sandmar's website, I can bring my shirt into the design software, save it as a background image.
To do a mock-up.
Yep, turn off print and cut, and then bring this layer to the back. And then what I can actually do for the t-shirt is I'm just gonna size it really fast for us to where I feel like I'm comfortable, and then I'll lock that layer. So now I can't move that shirt, but I can adjust my artwork now to fit on. Now this is a horrible representation because there's a red on a red shirt, but the idea is now I can screenshot that, and now that's a template for my customer. And I can say, this is what your output looks like.
That's why you didn't want to choose your t-shirt.
That's exactly it. One of the things that we did just recently add too, though, is we added a color picker, so you can actually drop a color in and select colors within the artboard now, which is pretty cool. White, I can do whatever color that I find in the actual artboard itself. So that's one of the cool advantages of having, being able to have that open platform and being able to bring in not only, templates that we're creating, but also having just a mock-up. Hey, I gotta send this out to the customer, I got 5 minutes, I got the design made, but let me go on Google, find just a red shirt, throw it on there so that they can now see what that looks like. It makes sense for them. Yeah, and then the cool part is about this as well is once I have the mock-up done, I can actually go up to File, and then I can go to Job Notes and Statistics. These statistics will give me my artboard layout, give me my artwork layout, so now I can start to understand how much waste I have, what my revenue looks like, as well as the job notes for the shirt, so we can put Anna T, and I'm gonna charge her $1,000 for this t-shirt because it's a one-of-one. Chill out. So I can add that in, hit update, and now all my notes are there, and it will save with this file. It's not going to save it as an LDS file. All of that information will store it. So easy thing you could do realistically is you can bring up the notes, pull it off to the side, screenshot that. There's your template, there's your mock-up, and there's your pricing all in one for you. Now, the big thing is, let's get into the fun tools, because everybody wants more tools. A couple of things that we added in software that I really, really enjoy is all of your basic eraser tool, slice tool, everything that the Cricut users wanted us to add in. We made sure we add in. We did it a little bit differently, so you can bring in for the vector brush or for the eraser brush. I can bring that in. I can change the size of the point itself, large or small. And then two things that we added in. You can either do a circle or you can select square depending on what you're trying to erase. But also, our platform right now is all freeform drawing in software. I can actually hit this line tool, and now I can go straight across from a pivot point. I can go straight across that design. Yep. Select. Yeah, so then I can slice, and then I also have a knife tool where I can just cut straight across. Yeah, we go one layer, and now we'll bring up that tool, and I can erase straight through an image. Another thing that we added that was a huge request from the audience is for the tumbler and for the cup makers. These were the big ask from us. We need a way to be able to warp it. Yeah. So we took it a step further and we added a bunch of warping tools. So we actually have a free mesh warp tool right now where I can bring it in and I can adjust my artwork in any way that I want to manipulate it. And then we also have, which I really like, is your basic flag warp to just do quick warping adjustments, and you can always make micro adjustments to those as well. And then we also, for that, we have a globe warp, we have our tube warp, and then we have then we also have our circle warp. Here's the cool part. For the tumbler maker, for the cup maker, we also have what we call Fit-the-Cona. What Fit-the-Cona is, it's a 3D module that will allow you to not only measure the top diameter of the cup, so we'll just put in random measurements, adjustments here, and then I can also adjust my artwork on the actual cup itself. And so we also have a 2D unwrap, so you can see that template. Here's the best part. I can't see the back of the cup right now. So how do I know that it's not overlapped? I can just grab, and it's a living template. So I can turn it around, I can make sure that all creases, all edges are going to be accounted for on my cup, and make sure that the artwork will actually lie on my cup properly. Here's the other advantage to it, is if I hit layer, or hit the add top mark to it, and hit apply, I now have a registration mark to the top of the cup. So now I know how far down my artwork is in the mock-up is exactly what it's going to be on. The thing that we were able to add in there, let's say that I want to make this a print cut image. Okay, I know it's just a standard black image right now, but say I want to make this a print and cut, all I have to do is hit build cut contours. My print and cut's already done, it's already scanned my marks. I can either do an inset if I want, or I can do an offset, and then add that long contour, hit apply, and I'm done. All I have to do is manipulate my artwork, size it, get it into frame, and we're good. So from start to finish, I did a time study from executing, basically setting up artwork, executing the print, then the cut, and then applying was under 2 minutes. So everything that we've done in software is about increasing production for the professional user and then making it user-friendly for the beginner. So the idea is time stamping every single thing we do along the way to make sure it's efficient at the same time that it is like creative and looks nice. Let's see. What are some things that you've been playing with that you hope that were wonderfully? The thing that we were able to add in there, let's say that I want to make this a print cut image. Okay, I know it's just a standard black image right now, but say I want to make this a print and cut. All I have to do is hit build cut contours. My print and cut's already done. It's already scanned my marks. I can either do an inset if I want, or I can do an offset and then add that long contour, hit apply, and I'm done. All I have to do is manipulate my artwork, size it, get it into frame, and we're good. So from start to finish, I did a time study from executing, basically setting up artwork, executing the print, then the cut, and then applying was under 2 minutes. So everything that we've done in software is about increasing production for the professional user and then making it user-friendly for the beginner. So the idea is time stamping every single thing we do along the way to make sure it's efficient at the same time that it is like creative and looks nice. Let's see. What are some things that you've been playing with that you hope that were? I wonder if we have any big ones.
Okay, so I just got, like, when I asked you questions about the export, because I just got, okay, thank you. I just got the Glowforge Aura.
Yes.
You know, works with SVG
Yep.
and things like that, so that's why I don't do Adobe, I don't do Inkscape, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So knowing that I can be able to make some SVGs and then export it.
When you pop the camera off, I'll tell you some stuff coming up.
Okay.
Coming up that we're working on that might be also beneficial.
Okay.
Alright, creative, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this video was informative and you learned something new about the Romeo, the Leonardo Pro software. Y'all, it's super dope, okay? If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments and I'll go ahead and reach out to Patrick and try and get those answered for you directly. So as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you later.